What happens when the person you love the most shuts you out without a word? Sometimes, a simple handwritten note can break through the silence and change everything you thought was lost. Have you ever felt invisible in your own home? The clock ticks loudly in the living room, filling the silence between us. I set a plate on the table, glancing at Ethan. He sits on the couch, eyes fixed on his phone, barely looking up as I move around the kitchen. "Breakfast is ready," I say, my voice soft. He nods, not meeting my eyes. "Thanks." I pour coffee, the mug clinking against the counter. Caleb runs in, dragging his stuffed dinosaur. "Mom, can I have pancakes?" I smile, ruffling his hair. "You already ate them, silly. Want more?" He grins, climbing into his chair. Ethan sips his coffee, scrolling through messages. I watch him, waiting for him to say something, anything. The silence stretches. I clear my throat. "Did you sleep okay?" "Yeah," he says, barely above a whisper. I try again. "Work busy?" He shrugs. "It's fine." I nod, pretending it's normal, but it's not. He hasn't really talked to me in days. I feel like I'm living with a stranger. Caleb swings his legs, humming a song. "Dad, want to play cars with me?" Ethan glances at him, forcing a smile. "Maybe later, buddy. I have to finish some work." Caleb's face falls, but he nods. "Okay." I watch them, my heart aching. I want to reach out, to ask Ethan what's wrong, but every time I try, he pulls further away. The day drags on. I fold laundry, the sound of the dryer thumping in the background. Ethan stays in the study, door closed. Caleb colors at the table, glancing at me every so often. "Mom, is Dad mad at me?" Caleb asks, his voice small. I kneel beside him, hugging him tight. "No, sweetie, Dad's just tired." He nods, but I see the worry in his eyes. I wish I could believe my own words. Dinner is quiet. I set plates on the table, but Ethan barely touches his food. I try to start a conversation, but he just nods or gives one-word answers. After Caleb goes to bed, I sit in the living room, the clock ticking louder than ever. Ethan sits across from me, staring at the TV, but not really watching. I want to scream, to demand he talk to me, but I stay quiet. I'm afraid if I push, he'll pull away for good. I remember when we used to talk for hours, about everything and nothing. Now, it feels like we're on opposite sides of a wall I can't see. I get up to clear the dishes. Ethan stands too, grabbing his phone. "I'm going for a walk," he says, already heading for the door. I watch him leave, the door clicking shut behind him. The house feels colder, emptier. I sit at the table, staring at the clock. Each tick feels like a reminder of how long it's been since I felt seen, since I felt loved. I wonder what I did wrong. Did I say something? Did I miss a sign? The questions swirl in my mind, but there are no answers. The night drags on. I check on Caleb, tucking him in tighter. I sit on the couch, waiting for Ethan to come home. When he does, he slips in quietly, not saying a word. I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, listening to the clock. I feel invisible, alone. I wonder how much longer I can keep pretending everything is okay. The clock keeps ticking, marking the slow, painful passing of another silent day. The soft buzz of Jessica's phone breaks the silence. She glances at the screen. No new messages from Ethan. She types a quick text. "Hey, just checking in. Hope you're okay." She waits, but no reply comes. Later, she calls him. The phone rings, then goes to voicemail. Her heart sinks. She tries again, but it's the same. No answer. Frustration builds inside her. She sits on the couch, staring at the empty screen, feeling more alone than ever. Her phone buzzes again. It's a message from her best friend, Maya Thompson. "Hey Jess, wanna talk?" Jessica quickly replies. Yes, please. They meet at a cozy cafe. Maya's warm smile is a comfort. What's going on, Jess? Jessica sighs, her voice trembling. Ethan's been ignoring me. Calls, texts, nothing. I don't know why. I feel like I'm disappearing. Maya reaches across the table, squeezing her hand. You need to tell him how you feel. Don't bottle it up. Silence only makes things worse. Jessica nods, tears in her eyes. I want to, but I'm scared. What if he doesn't care? Maya shakes her head. You deserve honesty. You deserve to be heard. Jessica's mind drifts back. A flashback to early in their relationship. Ethan slips a small note into her purse. You're my world. Can't wait to see you tonight. She smiles, remembering how loved she felt then. Back to the present, Jessica wipes her eyes. That Ethan feels like a stranger now. Maya's voice is gentle. People change, Jess, but you have to fight for yourself. Don't let silence steal your voice. Jessica nods slowly, hope flickering. I'll try. I have to. The cafe buzzes around them, but Jessica feels a quiet strength growing inside. Have you ever felt ignored by someone you love? How did you cope with the silence? Share your story below. As Jessica leaves the cafe, the sky is gray, matching her mood. She knows the road ahead won't be easy, but she's ready to face it. Her hope is fragile, but it's still there. The clink of silverware is the only sound at the dinner table. Jessica pushes food around her plate, barely eating. Caleb hums softly, building a tower with his peas. Ethan sits across from them, eyes on his phone, dinner untouched. Jessica's voice is quiet but sharp. Ethan, can we talk, please? He looks up, surprised. Now? She nods, her hands shaking. Yes, I can't keep doing this. You haven't spoken to me in days. I feel like I'm not even here. Ethan sighs, setting his phone down. I'm just tired, Jess. Her voice cracks. It's more than that. You're shutting me out. I feel invisible. What's going on? He rubs his forehead, not meeting her eyes. It's work. Everything's a mess. I didn't want to bring it home. Jessica's frustration spills over. So you just ignore me. I'm your wife, Ethan. I want to help, but you won't let me in. He fidgets with his fork. I didn't want to worry you. You already have enough on your plate. She shakes her head, tears in her eyes. I'd rather worry with you than feel alone. Do you even see me anymore? Ethan's shoulders slump. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I don't know how to talk about it. Caleb looks up, sensing the tension. Mom? Dad? Are you mad? Jessica forces a smile, her voice gentle. No, honey. We're just having a grown-up talk. Ethan nods, trying to sound calm. It's okay, buddy. We're just talking. Caleb nods, but his eyes are worried. He quietly leaves the table, heading to his room. Jessica wipes her eyes. This isn't just about work, Ethan. It's about us. I can't keep pretending everything's fine. He finally looks at her, guilt in his eyes. I promise I'll try to open up. I need time. She nods, but her heart aches. The untouched dinner plate between them feels like a wall, one she's not sure they can break through. Ethan reaches for her hand, but the moment is awkward. I'll try, Jess. I promise. Jessica nods, but doubt lingers. She wants to believe him, but the silence still hangs in the air. The night ends with plates left on the table, words unsaid, and Jessica lying awake, wondering if things will ever change. Morning sunlight spills into the kitchen, warming the quiet house. Jessica shuffles in, rubbing her eyes. The clock ticks steadily on the wall. She stops short. There's a folded piece of paper on the kitchen table, her name written on the front in Ethan's handwriting. Her heart skips. She picks up the note, hands trembling, and sits down to read. Jess, I'm sorry for shutting you out. I know I've made you feel invisible, and that's not fair. I've been drowning at work, scared I'll let everyone down, including you. I thought if I kept it inside, I could protect you, but all I did was hurt you and Caleb. You're the strongest person I know. You hold this family together. I'm grateful for your patience, even when I don't deserve it. I love you. I want to do better. Please don't give up on me. Love, Ethan. Jessica's eyes fill with tears. She reads the note again, slower this time, letting every word sink in. The sadness in Ethan's words is real, but so is his love. She feels relief, but also a sharp ache for all the days they lost to silence. She traces the letters with her finger, remembering the old days, when Ethan used to leave her little notes in her lunchbox, on her pillow, tucked in her purse. She missed that Ethan, and for a moment, she feels him close again. Caleb comes in, dragging his blanket. Mom, why are you crying? Jessica wipes her eyes and smiles. I'm okay, buddy. Daddy wrote me a letter. Caleb grins. Like a treasure map? She laughs softly, pulling him into a hug. Something like that. She reads the note once more. Hope flickering in her chest. Maybe things can get better. Maybe this is a start. Later, Jessica places the note in her pocket, carrying it with her as she goes about her day. She finds herself reading it again while folding laundry, while waiting for the coffee to brew, even while picking up Caleb's toys. Each time, her heart feels a little lighter. Ethan comes home early that evening. He stands in the doorway, nervous. Did you see my note? Jessica nods, her voice gentle. I did. Thank you for writing it. He exhales, relief in his eyes. I meant every word. She steps closer, holding the note between them. It helped. I needed to hear how you felt. I needed to know you still care. Ethan reaches for her hand. I do. I'm sorry it took me so long to say it. They stand in the kitchen, the silence softer now. Jessica's anger isn't gone, but it's mixed with hope, with the memory of the man she fell in love with. Caleb peeks around the corner. Are you guys happy now? Jessica smiles, kneeling beside him. We're trying, sweetheart. We're going to work on it. Ethan kneels too, hugging them both. We're a team, right? Caleb nods, giggling. Team Miller. Jessica looks at Ethan, her eyes shining. Team Miller. As the sun sets, Jessica sits at the table, reading the note one more time. She knows things aren't fixed, but the wall between them has started to crack. Have you ever received a message that changed your perspective on a relationship? What did it say? Share your experience below. Jessica tucks the note into her journal, a fragile symbol of hope. The next steps won't be easy, but for the first time in days, she believes they can find their way back. The kitchen is filled with the gentle sound of the coffee maker bubbling. Jessica pours 2 mugs, her hands steady for the first time in days. Ethan sits at the table, watching her, unsure but hopeful. She slides a mug toward him. Let's talk, for real this time. Ethan nods, wrapping his hands around the cup. I want to. I know I messed up, Jess. Jessica takes a deep breath. I felt invisible, Ethan. Like I didn't matter. I kept trying to reach you, but you just disappeared. He looks down, fidgeting with his ring. I was scared. Work was a mess, and I thought if I said it out loud, it would all fall apart. I didn't want you to see me as weak. Jessica's voice is soft, but firm. You're not weak. I need you to talk to me, even when it's hard. I want to help, not just watch from the outside. Ethan nods, his eyes shining. I get that now. I'm sorry I shut you out. I was just so tired and lost. She sips her coffee, thinking, I know what it's like to be scared to speak up. When I was a kid, I used to hide under the stairs when I was upset. My mom would find me and say, "You can't fix anything if you stay quiet." I guess I forgot how to speak up for myself. Ethan smiles a little. You're good at helping everyone else. I should have let you help me. Jessica reaches across the table, touching his hand. We need to be honest, even if it's messy. No more hiding. He squeezes her fingers. I promise. I'll try to be better at saying what I feel, even if I'm scared. Jessica nods, hope growing in her chest. We can't go back, but we can start again. Later, Maya stops by, bringing a box of pastries. She hugs Jessica tight. You look better, Jess. How are things? Jessica shrugs. We're talking. It's not perfect, but it's a start. Maya sits at the table, pouring herself coffee. That's huge. Just remember, set boundaries. Don't let things build up. And Ethan, you have to meet her halfway. Ethan nods, grateful. I will. I want to do this right. Maya smiles at them both. You two are stronger than you think. Just keep being honest, even when it's hard. Jessica looks at Ethan, a small smile on her lips. We're learning. They all share a laugh, the tension slowly melting away. Jessica feels warmth in the room, the kind she hasn't felt in weeks. That night, after Caleb is asleep, Jessica and Ethan sit together on the couch, talking quietly. They share their fears, their hopes, and their dreams for the future. The pain isn't gone, but it feels lighter when they carry it together. The next morning, Jessica pours 2 cups of coffee and sits with Ethan at the table. They talk about the day ahead, about Caleb's school, about Ethan's work. It's simple, but it matters. The shared cup of coffee becomes their new ritual, a small sign of connection and warmth. Their conversations lay the foundation for healing, but Jessica knows some wounds take time to close. She's ready to keep trying, one honest word at a time. The living room glows with soft lamplight. Caleb giggles as he rolls the dice, his tiny hands shaking with excitement. Dad, your turn, he shouts, bouncing in his seat. Ethan smiles, moving his game piece and glancing at Jessica. Watch out, I'm catching up. His voice is lighter than it's been in weeks. Jessica watches them, heart fluttering. She sees Ethan leaning in, laughing at Caleb's jokes, asking about his day. It's small things, helping with homework, making pancakes on Saturday, reading stories at bedtime. But they matter. After Caleb falls asleep, Jessica and Ethan sit together on the porch, wrapped in a blanket. The night air is cool, but the silence between them feels safe. Ethan speaks first, voice quiet. I know I have a lot to make up for. I'm trying, Jess. She nods, her voice gentle. I see it. I'm scared we'll slip back into old habits. He reaches for her hand. We won't. I want us to keep talking, even when it's hard. They attend their first counseling session together. The room is calm, the counselor's voice steady. Communication is a skill, she says. It takes practice. You both have to listen and speak honestly. Jessica shares her fear of being invisible. Ethan admits he's afraid of failing as a husband and dad. The counselor helps them practice listening, really listening, without interrupting or judging. Jessica feels hope growing, but she's careful. She knows healing isn't quick. After the session, they go for ice cream with Caleb. He laughs, chocolate smeared on his face, and Jessica snaps a photo, saving the memory. At home, Ethan suggests a weekend hike. Caleb cheers, and Jessica smiles, agreeing. The day is full of fresh air, muddy shoes, and shared stories. Caleb's laughter echoes through the trees, and Jessica feels the weight on her chest lift, just a little. That night, as they tuck Caleb in, he hugs them both. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Jessica kisses his forehead. We love you too, buddy. Ethan squeezes her hand. We're a team. Jessica smiles, cautious but hopeful. She sees Ethan's effort, feels the warmth returning to their home. She knows the journey isn't over, but for the first time in a long while, she believes they can make it. The family's bond strengthens, step by step, as they learn to trust each other again. The kitchen is filled with the soft clinking of glasses and the gentle hum of laughter. Jessica straightens the tablecloth, smoothing out invisible wrinkles. The air smells of fresh flowers and vanilla cake. Ethan enters, carrying a small bouquet. He pauses, watching Jessica, a soft smile on his face. She glances at him, a little shy. You remembered. He steps closer, handing her the flowers. Of course I did. Happy anniversary, Jess. She takes them, her eyes shining. It's not a big one, but it feels important. He nods, reaching for her hand. It is. We made it through a lot this year. Jessica squeezes his fingers, her voice quiet. I wasn't sure we would sometimes. Ethan's eyes grow serious. Me neither, but I'm glad we did. The doorbell rings. Maya and a couple of close friends step in, arms full of snacks and sparkling cider. Maya grins, hugging Jessica. Look at you two, still standing. Jessica laughs, feeling her nerves ease. Barely, some days. Maya winks. That's marriage. They gather around the table, plates full, glasses raised. Ethan stands, clearing his throat. I know this isn't a big party, but I wanted to say something. Everyone quiets, turning to him. Ethan looks at Jessica, his voice a little shaky. This year was hard. I shut down. I made mistakes. But Jess, you never gave up on me. Even when I gave up on myself. I want to do better. I want to keep showing up for you. Jessica's eyes fill with tears. She reaches for his hand. We both made mistakes, but we're still here. That's what matters. Ethan smiles, pulling a small, wrapped package from behind his chair. I have something for you. Jessica unwraps it slowly. Inside is a simple frame. Behind the glass is Ethan's handwritten note, the one that broke their silence and started their healing. She covers her mouth, overcome. He leans in, voice soft. I wanted you to know I meant every word, and I always will. Jessica hugs him tightly, whispering, Thank you. I'll keep this forever. Maya raises her glass. To honesty, to second chances, and to friends who remind us we're not alone. Everyone cheers, clinking glasses. The room fills with warmth and laughter. Jessica looks around, feeling the weight of the past year lift. She sees hope in Ethan's eyes, comfort in Maya's smile, and promise in the faces of her friends. Later, as the evening winds down, Jessica and Ethan step outside. The night air is cool, the sky full of stars. Ethan takes her hand, holding it tightly. He looks at her, voice steady. I'm scared sometimes, but I'm not going to hide anymore. I want to keep talking, even when it's hard. Jessica nods, her heart full. Me too. We're stronger now. We know what it means to fight for each other. They walk down the path, hands entwined, the porch light glowing behind them. The house is filled with the echoes of laughter and the promise of new beginnings. Jessica pauses, looking up at Ethan. Do you think we'll ever forget how hard it was? He shakes his head. I hope not. It reminds us how far we've come. She smiles, leaning into him. I'm proud of us. He kisses her forehead. Me too, Jess. Me too. Inside, Maya gathers the empty glasses, humming softly. She glances at the framed note on the mantel and smiles. The friends say their goodbyes, hugging Jessica and Ethan, promising to come back soon. As the door closes, Jessica and Ethan sit together on the couch. The framed note catches the light, a quiet symbol of everything they've survived. Jessica's voice comes in, gentle and reflective. Sometimes, the hardest moments bring the greatest change. We learn that love isn't just about the easy days. It's about showing up, even when it hurts. It's about forgiveness, honesty, and holding on to hope together. She looks at Ethan, her voice soft. Ready for our next chapter? He nods, squeezing her hand. With you, always. Have you ever experienced a turning point that saved a relationship? What happened? Share your story below. The night is peaceful. Jessica and Ethan sit side by side, hands clasped, ready to face whatever comes next. Together, with trust, hope, and love. The sun shines bright over the park, and laughter drifts through the air. Jessica sits on a picnic blanket, watching Ethan and Caleb race across the grass, their faces lit with joy. The old ticking clock from their living room sits on the blanket beside her, its steady rhythm blending with the sounds of their day. Jessica's voice comes in, gentle and thoughtful. When I look back, I see how easy it was to let silence fill the spaces between us. I thought if I stayed quiet, things would get better on their own. But I learned that love doesn't grow in silence. It grows in honesty, in the little moments we choose to speak up, even when it's hard. Caleb runs up, breathless, holding out a dandelion. For you, Mom. She smiles, tucking it behind her ear, her heart full. Jessica continues. It took patience, more than I thought I had. There were days I wanted to give up, days when I felt invisible. But every time we tried again, every time we shared a cup of coffee or a quiet walk, we built something stronger. Ethan sits beside her, wrapping an arm around her shoulders. Caleb curls up in her lap, giggling as Ethan tickles his feet. The family's laughter rings out, warm and real. Jessica's voice softens. I used to think grand gestures were the answer, but sometimes it's the smallest things, a handwritten note, a gentle word, a hand held in the dark, that heal the deepest wounds. Vulnerability is scary, but it's the only way to truly be seen and loved. She glances at the clock, its ticking no longer a reminder of loneliness, but a symbol of time spent together. Time that matters. The camera lingers on their faces, Ethan's quiet smile, Caleb's bright eyes, Jessica's peaceful expression. Jessica's voice grows hopeful. If you're struggling, don't give up. Talk to the people you love. Tell them what you need. Listen when they share their fears. Even when it feels impossible, keep reaching out. Because love is worth fighting for, and healing is always possible. The scene fades to the family walking hand in hand toward the playground, sunlight dancing on their backs. The clock's steady ticking echoes, not as a countdown, but as a celebration of every moment reclaimed. Jessica's final words linger. Cherish the honest conversations, treasure the small acts of kindness, and remember, sometimes one simple note can change your world. The story closes on the ticking clock, now a symbol of hope, connection, and the promise of brighter days ahead. If Jessica and Ethan's story touched you, please give it a like and share your own experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life, emotional stories. And if you know someone who needs a reminder that even small gestures can heal a relationship, please share this video with them. Your support means so much to us.